Alyne. Welcome to my kitchen.
Take two.
Yeah, I messed up the first one, y'all, so we're going to start this over. I'm making a tribute cake, or at least for me it's a tribute cake. It is called an apple cake, and I'm making this in honor of Mama Evelyn. Piggy and I spent Christmas with Mama Evelyn and our little sis Bootsy and her family the year before Mama Evelyn passed away. And Mama Evelyn made a apple cake for Christmas that year. She made it with her granddaughter. And even though I know a lot of the ingredients are the same, there's some ingredients that I know are different. I'm not claiming this is Mama Evelyn's cake by any means. This is just my tribute to her. And I found an apple cake recipe, and I thought, all right, I will make this. Now, mine's a little bit different than the recipe I found. As I go through, I'll give you the ingredients I have here, and I'll tell you what I've changed. It calls for 3 cups of chopped or diced apples, 3 cups of self-rising flour, and 1 cup of chopped pecans. I am adding a teaspoon of cinnamon. That's my addition right there on one thing that I'm doing. Okay, over here I have a cup of heavy whipping cream and a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. The recipe calls for 1.5 cups of oil. I've just substituted 1 cup of that for cream. Or you can use whole milk, entirely up to you. There's 2 cups of sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and here I have 3 eggs. The recipe calls for 2. I'm doing 3. Okay, and what it says to do. It says,
a whole lot of dishes for Piggy to wash when she's done.
Yeah. Now, first of all, you want to preheat your oven to 325 degrees, and this is going to bake for 1.5 hours at 325. It also says to use a tube pan. Mama Evelyn used just a basic sheet pan. I'm using a bundt pan. You can use whatever pan you want to use. It's entirely up to you. Okay, it says combine sugar, the oil, the cream, the vanilla, the eggs, and the lemon juice. And y'all, I'm just going to put this right here, the liquid, in my 4-cup measuring cup. Y'all, I'll get it right in a minute. It takes me a second sometimes. I forget the word. But you know what? I eventually remember. It might be 2 or 3 days later, but I do remember. Okay, and I'm going to add the vanilla. Now, I'm going to add the lemon juice last because if y'all know anything about dairy product, as far as milk, cream, things like that, and acids, you will know that acids will curdle milk, cream, whatever. So I'm adding that last to the liquid.
So it don't have too much time to do the curdling.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and add my eggs to this.
Also have a lot of other things to absorb into, so it helps keep it from curdling.
Right. See, Piggy understands. He's not a cook, but he knows.
Physics. Basic physics.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I've said, and I've heard others say, cooking is chemistry.
It really is. A lot of people don't realize you can use a lot of math, a lot of science when it comes to cooking. And you may not think you're going to be using those fractions and everything else in real life. You may not think you're going to be adding fractions, subtracting fractions, multiplying or dividing fractions or anything like that. But you get to cooking.
But you will.
You get to cooking, or you doing mechanics or anything, you're going to be doing that. Right, I'm going to pour this into my bowl now. If I got it mixed together, I could have just put it all in the bowl and done it, but yeah, well, you know what? I ain't doing that. I'm just going to do this. And you'll notice I do not have a mixer out. I do not have my stand mixer or my hand mixer. I'm going to do this with a whisk. Now, I have already sprayed my, I'm just going to leave that sitting right there for a minute, Piggy, because I'm going to need that.
All right.
Now I'm going to add my lemon juice real quick and stir this up. Now it says to add the flour, the apples, the pecans. So I'm going to go ahead and put my flour in here, mix it up as I go. And I'm going to go ahead and add my cinnamon. Y'all, there just ain't nothing like cinnamon when it comes to apples. I love cinnamon and apples together. And I'm getting this into a batter before I put all my apples in there. Okay, put these apples in here. And my pecans. Now we're just going to stir this all together. And I've actually had people call this a fruit cake. I've heard it called fruit cakes. Piggy, will you hand me a spoon, please? You know, one of those, we call it tablespoon. Serving spoon, tablespoon, whatever you want to call it. It's a little thick for my... I'll get all that stuff out there in just a second, I promise. Quick bangy bangy. All right, apples, get out of there. We need y'all in the bowl. We don't need you in the whisk. All right. Give that to the piggy. And I'm doing this to make sure I get all that flour incorporated. There ain't no way I could put my mixer in that, y'all, unless I use my big stand mixer. Let's see, that's what that's looking like right there. I've still got a little bit of flour down the bottom. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Y'all, I know my fingers are clean. I just washed my hands before I got started. So I got to clean that spoon off. Right there. Grab me a paper towel. I hear you, Tank, and I'm sure everybody else hears you too. Y'all, he's not hungry. He's not starving.
He just knows she's in here cooking something, and he wants to know what it is and wants some.
If I'm in the kitchen and the kitty cats are in the house, 9 times out of 10, they're in here wanting me to feed them. And it ain't because they're hungry, because we keep cat food out for them.
Anybody that has cats understand.
Yes. Now I'm going to scrape this into my bundt pan. I'm going to turn that a little bit as I go. Yeah, it looks good.
Y'all already know I have no doubts in her abilities and how this is going to be.
That's it.
And I'm just awaiting.
Yep. Oh, and everybody, I got to tell y'all, this is the first video I've made since I got my cookbook in.
That's pretty, folks.
Piggy didn't get to see it other than a couple of pictures while I was working on it. And he got to see the finished product when I got it in. Y'all, I'm proud of that. And it was funny. I was the very first one to order one. I think I was the last one to get one.
Yep.
Everybody said, oh, I got my cookbook. I'm like, huh? I ain't got mine yet.
We had one in Australia, ordered it, got the ebook version because can't get the hard copy.
Yeah, I thought
shipped over there. But
I thought anybody could order one, whether they're overseas or not. But I'll tell you right now, if anybody wants one, contact me. I mean, I will do my best to get you one. You can let me know what you want, and I'll figure out the postage and everything on it and let you know how much it will cost. And, I mean, I'll ship it. If you want to pay the postage on it and you know, pay the purchase price for the book, I will definitely ship it to you. That's not a problem. Just the company, I thought since to be ordering from the company that they would ship overseas, but they don't, and I do apologize for that. But
but you can get the ebook version.
Right, you can. If you're overseas and you don't, you know, and you do want one, you can get the ebook version. Yeah, this is what it looks like in the pan. And I'm fixing to put this in the oven, and we're going to get it started. And it takes an hour. It says an hour and a half. I'm going to set mine for about an hour and 25 minutes or hour and 20 minutes and check, and I'll add the extra 10 minutes if I need it. So we're going to see how this puppy rolls. All right.
I got a pretty good idea.
Set my timer for 80 minutes. I think it's what I got, 80 minutes, hour and 20. It's going to take me a minute to get there, y'all. Hey, we're almost there. Okay, we're at an hour and 20 minutes. And if I need to, I'll go ahead and add the extra 10 minutes to it. And we'll see when I come back. We're back, y'all. Now, the cake baked for right at an hour and 20 minutes. It did not go the full hour and a half. And it is done. And it smells amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece. Now, it may take an hour and a half in your oven. I don't know. Every oven is different. That's why I started mine out at an hour and 20 instead of the full hour and a half. I did not want it to burn.
Man, that looks good.
Mm-hmm.
And folks, it smells is better than it looks.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty. That is done. Put that one on the side for me. How big a piece you want, Piggy? And not the whole plate.
Darn. About the same size.
About the same size? Okay.
That's what it looks like, folks. Boy, that looks good.
Apples and pecans.
I've even got my helpers in. I'm ready for this thing.
Put the crumbs right there out of the way. Oh man, that looks so good, y'all.
All right.
And I know it being hot, I probably should have waited to cut it. Oh man. Let's get us by this cake. Ooh.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm. It'll be better once it's cooled down, but man, that's good. That is a very good cake. And the cinnamon, a definite plus. Now this cake is a little bit dense, and the cake that Mama Evelyn made was a little bit dense. It's very similar in texture to a fruit cake, the density of it.
But it's better.
It has better flavor for me because if you like apples, I mean, it's apples and nuts, whatever. And the thing about it is you could probably use walnuts. But
you can probably use any kind of nut.
Yeah.
Walnuts, almonds,
now the
cashews.
The apple that I used is Honeycrisp. I would say you definitely want to use a bacon apple. Honeycrisp, Granny Smith, something along those lines. Johnny Gold. That's very good. Well, yeah, that is my apple cake, a tribute to Mama Evelyn. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Where's my more?